Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of MT Talk, contemplative insight that I talk about during my daily morning 90 minutes walk. It is a very unscripted, spontaneous process where during my morning walk, as I contemplate, I talk on a particular topic. Now, sometimes I have an idea about a topic I want to talk about, but what comes out about the topic is unknown. So even I get to hear what I'm saying as it comes out. So today I'm going to talk about negativity. Right? How do we deal with negativity around us? If there is so much of all this negativity that we are always exposed to and influenced, wouldn't that affect our life? Because after all, we have to be around those people at work, in family, in social situations, and so forth. So how do you deal with all that negativity? So my perspective on that is this: as long as you live, as long as there are billions of people around the world, you're always going to have those many perspectives, those many viewpoints, because they all come from their own beliefs, their own tendencies, their own conditioning, their own growing up years of programming that has happened because of their exposure in families and to friends and other places. So it is unfair and impractical to change those perspectives, those negativities, those viewpoints. So what do we do then? We cannot go into a shell and avoid the world. You don't want to go live in the caves. You don't even want to get sucked into all this negativity. So how do you find the middle path? So for that, two things are very, very important. One, what is your reference point when you make decisions, when you make interpretations, when you try to make sense of things? What is your reference point? By reference point, I mean some kind of truth, some kind of perspective, some kind of insight that you hold as true and something that helps you make a decision. So in all the ancient philosophies and teachings and religions, all of them, they gave some reference points. For example, Buddha gave Panchashil, the 5 principles of peaceful coexistence. Christianity gives us 10 commandments. Bhagavad Gita gives us the 18 adhyay of the holy scripture. Then, Islam has the Quran with its ayats and so forth. So, we are all governed by some references. Some are given to us by holy scriptures. Some are given by the countries and the constitutional laws and so on and so forth. So these are all examples of references. Now we all have them all around us, but we don't find them practical because we don't understand. And therefore, I strongly believe, you can create your own reference points and use that for decision making. And that helps you avoid the negative impacts of all the negativity that comes your way. So the reference points could be as simple as: I am going to listen to everything objectively, take only what works best for me, not going to judge anyone for sharing their viewpoints and perspectives, always look for what is best in others that I can take and make it useful for me. Can I always be a good news reporter rather than a negative thought spreader, right? So always make sure whatever you are saying, is it going to bring joy and hope to someone, or is it going to create fear and panic and discouragement, right? So that could be one simple reference point, a principle that you made for yourself, that I'm always going to be optimistic. I'm going to look at everything objectively. I'm not going to judge anyone. I'm going to take the best of what everyone has to offer. I'm not going to go into details of where this perspective or thought that they're sharing came from, because everyone's life situation is different. So create your own reference point that you're going to use, 5 or 6 guidelines, against which you're going to measure everything in terms of what your response should be in this situation. So that's one. Create your reference point, and you can draw the reference points from religion, or from your parents' advice, or from your gurus, or anything that really brings the best in you, the positivity. So use that as reference points. I gave you some examples of that. Second is your intention. Always check if your intention is right, if it aligns with what the nature intends, which is greater good, good for all, Bahujan Hitaya, as they say in Eastern philosophies, Vedic philosophies. If it benefits the mankind, if it is something that brings joy and peace, if it does not conflict with someone else's well-being, and so on and so forth. So if your intention is pure, if it is in the greater good, if it brings joy and peace and prosperity to all, so the combination of your intention, why you want to do something or how you want to do something, along with your own 5 or 6 reference points together, will insulate you from all the negativity around you, and you will not be influenced by negativity floating around you, because you cannot avoid it. But you will be able to take that, filter it, process it against your reference points, and then see if it aligns with your intention, and then from there make a decision, and then your actions will come from there, and the results will align with how you want to live your life. So it's as simple as that. So do that, have a firm stand, create reference points that you will use to make decisions in life, and that's how you will survive all the negativity that comes through you, many different channels. All right, so that's my contemplative insight for today. We'll talk again in another contemplative insight that comes from my daily morning walks. What that is, I don't know. We'll see as it evolves. Until then, stay peaceful, stay blessed, and love and peace to all of you. Bye-bye.